Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the last day of 2021. You know, it's funny. At the end of 2020, I thought to myself, wow, that was some year. It's going to be great to get back to normal. And now it's the end of 2021. I'm like, wow, that was some year. It'd be nice to get back to normal. And I have more doubts about getting back to normal now than I did then. What the heck? It's crazy, right? Let me get my volume off here on my iPad. I got it off to the side. But it was really an insane year. So much happened. So much went down. I mean, gosh, you could go through the news alone and just looked at who died and who got convicted of crimes. And was it that Justine Maxwell lady just got convicted the other day? And now, and I'm going to get to the subject. Don't worry. I got to get some of this off my chest. But now they're going to, there's civil suits against Prince Andrew because I guess he was involved. And oh my gosh, it's just, why don't people just live normal lives? I mean, why do they want all the hassle? Why do they want all this stuff going on? Let's see. Here's to next year being better than the last 5 for all of us, brother. That's very nice, Paul. I appreciate that. And hey, today I'm going to tell you about some blogs. You know, if you wanted to make some money online, and you didn't want to sell products, and you didn't want to make courses, and you didn't want to do any of that stuff, today's video is for you. Because basically, if you like to write and tell your story, and I don't type. What I do is I use talk to text, and I do that like most of the time. Even if I'm writing a book, I'll use talk to text, and I go back through and re-edit it because I can't type. You know, I'm not a typist. And yes, that's something I should fix, but I haven't. So since I haven't, I still got to move on and do stuff. I guess this sounds okay. Let me know, guys, if sounds okay, video's okay, and all that stuff. I know I bump the desk every now and then, and I don't mean to, but it makes the computer jump all over the place. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit that red button down there, turn it from red to gray. Don't forget, turn on bell notifications so that you're notified every time I go live or if I upload a video. And I've been working a lot on my recipe channel, guys. See, Paul, I did do it. Yesterday I did black-eyed peas and collard greens. And I'm going to do my best to get that out tomorrow for New Year's Day. I did smoked turkey leg with it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. You're going to love that. And I also have one I just did on pesto. I have one I did on Alfredo sauce. And both of those are better than Olive Garden or Carrabba's. I can tell you that right now. They're amazing. They really came out good. And it's not because I'm a great cook, okay? Because I'm not. I'm just a cook. I'm just a home cook. But I put together a recipe that was kind of a conglomerate of all the stuff I found out there and the stuff I like. And it was just delicious. It really was. So, you know, if you're into that thing, check out those recipes. It's called Restaurant Quality Recipes. That's my other channel. So you can check that out. Pull the mic closer for more clarity. Okay, we'll do that. How about that? I feel like it's in the way here, but whatever, we'll do that. All right, guys, let's get into this blog stuff. It's really pretty cool stuff. It's not that hard to really start a blog. And, you know, there's so many people that have made millions of dollars off blogs. And I know that sounds silly, but there's so many ways that you can make money off a blog. You know, if you're ready to take that leap and start something new, start a blog. It can grow into a source of real online income that can pay you for years to come. Let me get a sip here real quick. And you don't have to write constantly, okay? You don't have to do that. And you got to contribute on a regular basis, but you don't have to write constantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 6 things that you need to do. And we're just going to go through each one of these. If you have questions during this, put it in that chat section there. Paul says he can't wait to make the stuffed mushrooms. Boy, those were good. And you know, the key to those stuffed mushrooms, Paul, not to get off track, is having really good crab meat. I buy the Phillips brand, and it's expensive. It's crap. It's like $40 now for a container of it at Costco. But man, it makes for a good meal. So anyhow, first thing you got to do is pick your blog's name and niche. Really super important. Don't just do a blog and say, well, I just want to talk about what I'm doing. I want to talk about my life. Nobody really cares unless you're already a celebrity. So that's not going to work out for you. You got to pick a really intriguing name and niche for your blog. It's super important that you do that. The name of your blog is what readers will see at first. My wife has one. Hers is a podcast, not a blog, but it's called the Pet Parent Reset. and it's entirely different on how to train pets from what you would normally think. So it should be something that's really ideally represent either, general topics that you'll be writing about, or it could be your own name, that of your business, if you want to put your business name in there, some clever combination of words. Otherwise, any of those things will work out. The blog's niche, if it's, a general topic that you'll be discussing in your content, you want to try to get a little bit more niche down if you can. Examples would include, like, maybe you're into travel, maybe you're into fashion, maybe you're into food or lifestyle or technology or something like that. Any of those things work really, really well. Incorporating a word or two that clearly signals what your content is about within the name of your blog, like, I don't know, Fashion JR or Cooking Fisher or something like that, would be really cool. And it's really helpful because when people are looking for it, a lot of times they'll search for your name. Even on YouTube, I have my name as one of the keywords because I know that some people will search YouTube for my actual name. So I want to have that there. Next thing I'm going to tell you, and this is the technical part that's not really always fun, but you got to get your blog online. You need to get some web hosting. I like WordPress. I think WordPress is probably one of the best things for a blog. I don't know of a better one out there. I would recommend others if I thought they were better, but I think WordPress is the best way to go because you can grow it into so much more. You can have a store on there later on. You can sell products, digital products, physical products. Just a great way to really set up your blog. Let's see. Phillips crab cakes are awesome. If in Baltimore, they are the place to go. Yeah, I've never had their crab cakes. I actually just buy the crab meat. I don't like what other people put in their crab cakes, so I like my own. All right, so get your blog online, guys. The second steps in starting a blog is actually getting your blog online. This is a technical thing because this is probably the toughest part of your blog. That's what a web hosting company will do for you. So you got to have web hosting. I have Bluehost on some of mine, and if you look down the description, you can go to Bluehost. I have a link there, and if you use my link, you can get a free URL. So you'll get really cheap web hosting and a free URL. So check that out. In this step, what you're going to be doing is really selecting the blogging platform and web hosting plan that you need to get the blog online. And like I say, there really is not much better than WordPress for a blog. I can't imagine a better one. And Bluehost is the preferred hosting company for WordPress. So check that out. Look at Bluehost, and click that link I've got down there. The combination of blogging platform and web hosting, personally, that I use is Bluehost. WordPress is a free publishing platform. It's been around since 2003, I think. And it now powers, get this, guys, over 60% of all blogs on the internet. 60%. That's got to tell you something. And Bluehost is one of the most established, reliable companies in the blog hosting industry. So, really, just go with what works. This combination is what we'll be using really to start your blog. And I think it would be the best one. All right, so let's go to set up. You're going to be choosing a hosting plan. You want to put your blog name. That's going to come next. Personally, I recommend, the choice plan they've got at Bluehost because it comes with domain privacy, which you don't want people knowing your home address and all that stuff, which will protect your personal information, your full name, your email address, phone number, all that stuff. That way it's not published anywhere online. Choosing your plan is really just as simple as, selecting one. Okay. But that is really the best one, I think. And I think you'd be most happy with it. And it's like $5 and some change a month, something like that. But it's called the Choice Plan. Okay. Choice Plus Plan, Choice Plus Plan. That's the one you're going to want to pick. You're going to get the domain privacy, which I mentioned. You'll have your private information, secured. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And then what you do as soon as you log in and select that, you're going to pick your blog's name. You can do that in Bluehost too. Once you get to that step in the checkout process, just type in the name of your domain, whatever it is, and then you're gonna have it all set up. If you want to run a quick search to see if your domain is available, you can do it actually on Bluehost. You just type in whatever it is. You can run a quick search, see if it's available. If your domain choice isn't available, you can either try another option that comes to mind, or you can choose your own domain later if you want, after getting the rest of your accounts squared away and getting it all signed up, taking a little bit more time to think through it, right? Plus later on down there in this training, okay, I'm going to explain some more things that will help you out to do some of this stuff. So you want to create your Bluehost account, get that all set up. You're going to have to put in all your name and address and all that, you know, accounting type information. You want to select the right hosting plan, which I told you which one I, you know, would suggest for you. And then you know, pick the plan, you know, that's the best, you know, for you. Maybe you can't afford $5 a month. You got to do the $2 a month one. Any of that is fine. It's all going to work out for you just fine. Okay. So next up, what's our next thing? There are a couple, you know, I guess I should recommend a couple. There's also HostGator, which I've used before. I think they're a little bit slower. And there's also DreamHost. You're welcome to check out any one of those. Let's see. I see a lot of people contribute to other places like Huffington Post and others to try to drive people to the blog. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a real good idea. And you can have links back to your particular blog. When you're blogging, can you push it out to multiple platforms? Most certainly. I use, what the heck's the name of it? Slipped my mind right now. I have a hosting platform, or excuse me, one it's like a social media one, and it pushes out to Twitter and all these different things. I'll think of it in just a second. I'll say it. So definitely, I would definitely recommend doing that actually. And then go ahead and get it all registered, get it all set up, and you should be good to go. Next thing you want to do is design your blog with a free WordPress theme. Do not buy a theme in the beginning. You don't know if you're going to want to change it or not. And some of the basic ones they have for blogs are just fine. You don't have to buy anything. You know, everybody's always trying to sell you something. Once you've got it set up, you've got to have a theme. Okay. Designing your WordPress blog, is really, you want to do this with as little friction as possible. Okay. You don't want to make it difficult for yourself. You want to make it easy to get started, because if you get all wrapped up in all these different themes and colors and all this stuff, you're not going to move forward. I want you to move forward. So you can do that. Let's see here. What else I want to tell you? When you first start blogging, I know, you know, I've got some blogs. I've done it, you know, for years now. You can start writing it on WordPress, and you're going to have that flexibility. If you start it someplace else, you're not going to have the flexibility, guys. I'm telling you, WordPress is where you want to go. And you also, when you get your name for your blog, make sure you get a .com. Make sure you get a .com. I mean, if you're an organization, you can get a .org, but don't get anything other than .com. Don't get .net. Don't get, you know, .business. Don't get any of that crap. All you want is .com. If it's not available, find something that is. WordPress also is free to use. It does have some restrictions in there, but you know, you can certainly use that if you want. I like to have my own, as opposed to, you know, using somebody else's. You would have to also, if you use WordPress free one, you would have to get rid of the branding and all that. It's just, yeah, just go ahead and pay for one. I think it's the easiest thing to do. Then you're going to have to install WordPress on your blog. Okay. And there's plenty of videos online about how to do that. It's not that difficult to do. Let me get a sip here real quick. Let me take a look at some of your comments there. Paul's got some good ones. Let's see what we got going on here. Thoughts on lead magnet or use of contests to draw people into your site. I Pioneer Women Cook. She did giveaways, but also used great pictures. She was known for her pictures when cooking. Yeah, Pioneer Woman's got really good. She has a really good YouTube videos. I think I don't know where all she's at, but she does some good cooking videos. I really like her stuff. I would highly recommend some lead magnets. And what Paul's referring to is, you know, maybe you could say, hey, do you want this recipe? Click here to download the complete recipe. Do you want, you know, 10 barbecue recipes? Since you watch my barbecue rib recipe, click here to get my free download. Matter of fact, I just did that one. I did one for Survivalcave food, and it's the 10 top recipes using Survivalcave food canned meat. So I have that coming out, and that's going to be on a page. But what that one is like, if you buy a case of meat, you can get the $27 or $29 recipe book to go along with it. So I do have that, and that's coming out. And when you're in WordPress, it's really pretty easy. You just click appearance, themes, add new theme, and then popular, and you're going to see all these different ones in there that are free. I love free. I love free stuff. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I wanted this particular doctor. My insurance, he's not on their plan, but I'm going to him anyhow. And I have to pay the visit every time I go there. And I went there yesterday, and he's a specialist. And the lady says $195. I said, wow. He said he was going to give me a discount since I was paying cash. She says, well, you can talk to him, but he's already discounted it. It was $275 and he's going to charge you $195. I'm like, whatever. So anyhow, I paid it and I went in there and I was talking to him and I said, I thought you said you would give me a discount. He goes, well, I did. I said, well, she charged me $195. He says, oh, no. I got a second tier discount that I can give you. Get you down to like $80 or $90. I'm like, yeah, that's better. I mean, that saved me $100. And as I'm leaving, he goes, you know what? He says, why don't we just call today free? We'll give it to you for free. And I was like, yes, it saved me $195. So I love free. And you guys should love free. Just because you get some money doesn't mean you need to spend it. Okay. I try not to spend money as much as I possibly can. I try to get all the deals I possibly can. The next thing you're going to want to look at, guys, once you've got this set up, is maybe some different plugins you could use. There's so many different good ones. I would tell you for SEO, I like Yoast SEO. I think that's really good. If you want people to be able to get in touch with you, I would say WP Forums is real good. And maybe I should type, well, I can't type it up here. I'll put it on YouTube. So I'm going to say Yoast SEO. I think that's a really, really good one. And I want to put WP Forums in here also. I think those are really good. I want you guys to have this. Google Analytics, of course. I'm going to put in here Google Analytics. Google Analytics. Whoops. You definitely want to have that in there. 100% because you want to know what's going on. Let's see. What's another one that would be good? Excuse me. I guess to really stay in control, I would say Updraft Plus. It's like a backup thing. Let's see, Updraft Plus. I would recommend that. There we go. Updraft Plus. Whoops, didn't go through. There it is. That's good. WP Rocket is a really good one. I would say that. KET. These are all free, by the way, guys. So, oh, that should be WP Rocket. WP Rocket or OCKET. See how fast I type? It's amazing, right? Just you want to insert headers and footers. I think that's super important because you're going to want those. So yeah, that should get you started on that part of it. How are we doing on time here? Man, last day of the year, I'm running out of time. Running out of time on the last day of the year. That's terrible. And I could go on and on about this blog post thing. Seriously, guys, for hours. But the next thing you want to do is write your first blog post. Get it written, get something written, man. Action matters so much. It's like, there's so many good ideas out there. I was talking to my wife last night and we were sitting on the couch. I'm like, hey, we ought to do this. We ought to do this. We ought to do this. But none of that really matters. What matters is the action you take. Do you do something? I can sit here and think about doing a blog tutorial, but until I get on here and go live or I do a video on it, I've done nothing. All I've done is think about it. So you read a blog basically because you care about what it says. So think about that. Are these people really going to care about what you've got to say? Creating strong content that will bring in readers is what you want to do. And you can talk about things like, why do you care about this topic? Why are you blogging on it? Why should people listen to what you're saying? When I started my survival food company, I was on the rescue squad in the city of Virginia Beach, and I saw how unprepared people were. So I talked about that. What is the topic? What kind of value will people get out of it? Is there a good niche for it? Okay. All those things are super important. And some other questions to ask yourself when you're thinking about your niche is, what's an interest or a dream from your childhood that you find exciting? You could ask yourself that question. What's the absolute best part of your day? What do you like? Do you have any hobbies or hobbies that you want to learn? What is a deeply held value of yours? What is an achievement that you're incredibly proud of? I just started my cooking channel and I just like doing it. And I thought, when I started that channel, I thought, what is it I'm trying to do with these recipes? And what I did was I said, well, I'm trying to create recipes that are as good as or better than the restaurant to save you money so you can eat at home. And we eat out a lot. I won't say we don't, but the point is I thought that the average person would love to be able to eat at home and save some money. Another way you can come up with post ideas. So when you're doing posts, look at what other bloggers in your niche are doing. What did they do a blog on? Take a look at the successful posts to see what readers like the most. You could look at the ones that have the most comments and all that on some of your competitors. You can also talk to other bloggers in your space and brainstorm some fresh ideas. Talk about specific lessons that you've learned. Reflecting on blogging mistakes, that's good. It's always good to look at your mistakes. That's not bad. And then, when you're on your dashboard of WordPress, all you got to do is, go to the dashboard and add new, and that's all there is to it. And you're off and running, and you can start writing. You want to write a post headline that encourages readers to click through. So make sure you got a really good headline. I think that's super important. Thoughts on header design and what should be above the fold. Any CTA should be above the fold. And when I say CTAs, I'm talking about call to action. 85% of the people will not scroll. Okay, get it. 85% of the people will not scroll. So if you have a button for a download, if you have a buy button, if you have a sign up button, whatever it is, it's got to be above the fold. Above the fold means you don't have to scroll to get to it. I think that's a good point you made. I personally think the links to other platforms like LinkedIn and YouTube should be above the fold. Yes, I did say that. A lot of people use Wix. Yeah, I don't like Wix. I think Wix sucks. It'd be okay, I guess, to get started, but at some point, if you ever grew, you're going to have to move your whole website. So I would not suggest doing that. You want to optimize the design and layout of your blog post. Don't get too fancy. Don't have a whole bunch of flashing stuff and videos and all that kind of stuff. When they're coming to a blog, they want to see a blog. And then hit publish, man. Get your thing published. Get it out there. Get it in front of people. That's the important part. You got to get it in front of people. You can use some free photo resources. One of the easiest ways to add some really visual flair to your blog post is with really nice images and designs. Thankfully, in recent years, there's now a number of these high quality sites. One of my favorites is Unsplash. Let me put it up here. Unsplash. ASH for free photos. Okay, so check that out. I think Unsplash is a really, really good one. Go in there, get some photos. You don't have to pay for anything. Wikipedia Commons has 21 million. Let me put this in here too. I'll just say it. Wikipedia Commons. That's the way to type, isn't it? Life of Pics is another one. Life of Pics. It changed it to pets, which is probably because that was a movie, I think. The Secret Life of Pets or something along those lines. All right. So and publish on a regular basis, guys. And how do you make money? Okay, that's the part that really matters, right? How do you make money? Well, you got to promote your blog first and get readers. Okay, so through social media posts, maybe you want to do videos and talk about your blog. Maybe you want to send out an email if you already have an email list, and then you want to monetize it. Okay. Now you want to think about this monetization, and this is really step 6 at this point, as something you want to start in the beginning. Like a lot of people will say, well, I don't have any traffic yet, so I'm not going to worry about monetizing. No, you want to start it now. You can use Google AdWords, and you can put ads on your blog if you want to do that. If you don't want to do that, you can have downloads that you charge for. You can have downloads that are free so that you can get email addresses. And think about building your list right now. I mean, that's a big thing. Think about building your list now, because I didn't in the beginning. This is a mistake I made. But you want to do that. You could also sell your services. So, maybe you're blogging about cooking and you want to do online cooking classes. I don't know, whatever it is. But you could, maybe you're writing, your blogging skills. You want to sell that, photography, marketing, public relations, social media, whatever it is that you do. You can think about affiliate programs. So, maybe you have affiliate links in your blog. Maybe there's products that you like and you want to put the links in there and make money off that. You can certainly do that. I just told you about Bluehost. I would recommend using Bluehost. And I can tell you I'm an affiliate for Bluehost. Okay. So I make money off Bluehost, but you get a beneficial thing because you get a discounted price and you get a free domain if you use my link. So I talk about that. You can do sponsored blog content. If you already have a decent sized audience for your blog and social accounts, You can take time and grow it, and to the point where you can do sponsored stuff. You can write blogs about other companies inside your blog. You can do online courses. Online courses are phenomenal. And like I said, you can also do your ads and stuff in there. If you want to do that, you can put ads on there. You can also do podcast sponsorships. It's a great way of monetizing your blog by launching a simple podcast for your readers. And you can use your traffic and early listener numbers to book sponsorships from brands that want to reach your type of readers and listeners. There's always a brand out there. Maybe they'll pay you $50 or $100 or $1,000. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, you may want to incorporate physical products. You can do drop shipping for this if you want, if you don't want to handle the product, but you can sell physical products. Like at mine, my cooking channel, I have links to Amazon products there. So I use that affiliate link. And you can, of course, do business partnerships with other people. But guys, 2022 is coming. Okay. 2022 is coming. It's coming like tomorrow. And if you've been saying you're going to do this stuff and you haven't done it, why don't you make it this year? Why don't you make it this year to do it? Why wait any longer? By the way, it was cool to see you film from the car. Yeah, I was kind of pushed on time there. Nice change. That Starbucks looks incredible. Yeah, I went to one, what he's talking about. I went to a Starbucks Reserve the other day. And if you go to Facebook and you look me up on Facebook, you'll see a Starbucks Reserve, which Starbucks Reserve is where they try out all their new products. So you can go in there and you can try all kinds of weird different things. Now I'm really boring. This is the boring stuff. I have a cup of tea in the morning. That's it. One cup of tea in the morning. Not even that sometimes. Sometimes I just have water. But that's all I have. I don't have any coffee. I don't have any frappa, whatever they are. I can't see spending $5 or $6 for a drink. It doesn't make sense to me. But a lot of people enjoy it and they go to that Starbucks Reserve. It was a really cool place. They had this big long bar in there. And if you go to my Facebook profile, my personal one, you can see it there. You can see a bunch of pictures of it. We got a cool place we're going today too, Paul. I see people charging for extended content on YouTube channels. Have you seen bloggers doing that? I noticed Pat Flynn, and he does a great job, by the way, Paul. I like Pat. Has a paid membership besides free on his site, and not sure what you get though. Yeah, my wife has that. She has a Patreon, and when you buy into her Patreon, you get added content. And what he's talking about is, like let's say somebody reads your blog, or let's say somebody watches your YouTube channel and they want to get more insight. They want to get, behind the scenes stuff, or they want to get more detailed stuff. They can pay a monthly fee. And Patreon can be anywhere from $100 to $500 a month, depending on what you're going to give them. Okay. Maybe you give them some personal time. Maybe they have a call with you. But if you offer that service, then of course you can make more money, and it's continuity money. It comes in every single month, which is really nice. I've always liked Starbucks oatmeal. Yeah, I've had it. It's not bad, is it? I think it's what they call steel cut, whatever the heck that means. They use a lot of these terms and I have no clue what it really means. So that's what I got for you today, guys. I mean, I really enjoyed spending the past year with you. If you've been on my channel, if you've commented, Paul's always around. I've known him for years. I really appreciate you being around, Paul. We appreciate you and all the contributions you make to this group. And I'm not the group. I'm just a guy, and I just talk. And I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products. However, it's you guys that make it a nice group. It's you guys that makes it a community. So your participation, you asking questions, you putting comments in there, all this stuff. That's what really makes it a group. And that I really appreciate you guys doing that. This channel couldn't be what it is without you guys. I looked at my stats today, and my income is up on this channel. My views are up on this channel. My subscribers are up, and it's still not enough. I need more. I don't know. I think I'm like 30 or 40 people away from 6,000 now. And I remember hitting the 5,000 mark, and I'm looking forward to 10,000. So if you guys would subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live, and share the channel. If there's somebody that you think would be interested in this type of content, share it with them and say, hey, check out this channel. Also share my other one, which is restaurant quality recipes on YouTube. So check out that channel too. Pat only charged $2 per month, but he also has 1 million subscribers. Not sure how many joined. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much, Paul. I've got some continuity that's like $27 a month. But funny thing is, if you get 1,000 or 2,000 people, that kind of adds up. And I don't spend much, so I just keep my money. People say, well, "What's your hobbies? What do you collect?" I'm like, memories. That's what I collect is memories. I don't need a coin collection, and I don't need fancy cars, and I don't need any of that stuff. I really don't. But memories stay with me. So I like to travel. I like to go places and see things. I want to take that back. I hate to travel. I like to be in different places. But between here and the other place, I don't enjoy that part at all. I don't like getting on and off airplanes and being crowded and all that crap. I just don't like it. But I thought I would share that with you today. If you want to get into blogging and you have more questions, please put something in the comment section, chat section. If you're watching this and it is not live, okay, and it's just been recorded on here, I will still talk to you guys, okay? Put something in that comment section. Ask me any questions you want. Tell me who you are. I've made a lot of friendships online over the years, just helping people out. And I love doing it. I really do, guys. You guys are great. It's a great community. It's so cool to be able to talk to people from around the world. I've got friends in India and England and Dubai. And I mean, I could go on and on and on, just around the world. Colombia. I have a friend from Colombia that I was talking to the other day. I'm trying to say it correctly. Colombia. That's how he says it. Happy New Year's to everyone. Gang, see you next year. Yes, I will not be here tomorrow, but I will be here Monday. I said earlier in the week that I was going to do a live tomorrow, but it's New Year's Day and I'm just going to chill with the family and enjoy myself. And I love each and every one of you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Every time you watch one of my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Unless you've already done it on that video. But I mean, those thumbs up matter a lot. It really helps the algorithm tremendously. So please, if you would do that, I would really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. I'm going to go enjoy one of the last probably days where it's going to be 78 degrees here in Texas, which is pretty nice. Sunday, it drops down to 48. So it's going to drop 30 degrees in one day. What does this say? When are the next lives? That'll be Monday, Paul. I'll be live on Monday. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Love you all. I'll talk to you real soon. See you in the next video. That's right. I always say that, don't I?